I'm at a level where every fight is dangerous. I can't overlook nobody. I look at everybody the same. Everybody's a danger and everybody's a threat.
If you ain't a certain level, you ain't gonna challenge Ant. Boxing is about levels. We'll see whose level is better on November the 22nd.
Two of boxing's hardest hitters are preparing for an epic showdown that fans have been waiting for. Step inside the intense training camps of Benavidez and Anthony Yarde, where every punch, every drill, and every drop of sweat tells the story of their relentless preparation. From grueling workouts to strategic sparring sessions, witness the sacrifices, the discipline, and the unbreakable focus driving these fighters as they get ready to leave it all in the ring step inside Anthony Yarde's training world, where every movement is calculated and every drill tests his limits. From high-intensity bag work to precise sparring sessions, this glimpse into his camp shows the discipline and determination that fuel his explosive power. Every punch, every footwork drill, and every round of conditioning is part of a bigger plan, sharpening his skills, building stamina, and preparing him mentally and physically. For the challenges of his next big fight, Anthony Yarde is stepping into his next fight with unwavering self-belief, built on years of growth and experience. Each match has sharpened his skills and boosted his confidence, proving that dedication and learning from the past can elevate a fighter's performance. Though he started later than many, Yarde has embraced the journey, refining his craft and preparing smarter and stronger. This clip captures the mindset of a fighter ready to showcase his evolution in the ring.
I'm just going to be myself. I'm always confident. If you look up my fights, going into the Kobler fight, confident. Going into the Benavidez fight, confident. If you're not confident in boxing, you're in the wrong sport. You know, you're doing the wrong thing. But where I can genuinely take confidence from is I've seen my performance get better each time, even though the opponent, you know, on paper has got better. So I'm always going to take confidence for that because I started boxing late. Both of them fights were, you know, came down to inexperience. I feel like I'm more experienced now, so.
Benavidez is deep in camp, grinding through every session with the kind of intensity that defines elite fighters. His power, speed, and pressure style come from hours of disciplined work, sharpening combinations, tightening defense, and pushing his engine to its limit. This training footage captures a focused Benavidez, refining the tools that make him one of the most dangerous contenders today. Every rep, every round, and every sweat-filled moment shows a fighter preparing to dominate on fight night.
I'm fighting Anthony Yarde November 22nd in Riyadh.
Benavidez reflects on how his early years shaped the fighter he is today. The setbacks, the lessons, and the pressure of expectations pushed him to mature and refocus. Instead of letting past errors define him, he used them as fuel to evolve, both as an athlete and as a person. Now driven by clarity and discipline, Benavidez is determined to stay on the right path, building momentum and pushing himself toward the peak of his career.
I lived my life in my 20s. I made my mistakes. I know how it feels like to disappoint people, but I feel like all that stuff has worked out in my benefit. It's made me a better man, and you know, I'm one of the best fighters in boxing in the world today. It clears up my path for me now because I know what comes with these mistakes. Where I'm at in my career, I just want to keep going forward. I don't want to get backtracked. To get over that hump of keep making mistakes, I had to change my mindset.
Anthony Yarde takes a moment to explain what makes his style so electrifying. He's a fighter who built his career the hard way, jumping into tough matchups early, learning fast, and proving himself against top-level opponents. Each performance has shown growth, courage, and a willingness to take risks that few others would. This clip highlights Yarde's belief in his evolution, his all-action approach, and the confidence he carries every time he steps into the ring.
My style of fighting is pure excitement. People know what I bring to the table. You know, there's never been a fighter that's had 12 amateur fights. Never said no to an opponent. Fought the best people. Always given a good account of himself. Been better every time. And then goes out there and
and then does it.
David Benavidez speaks with rare excitement as he looks ahead to his upcoming showdown with Anthony Yarde. You can hear the energy in his voice as he talks about the challenge, the anticipation, and the respect he has for Yarde's experience in the ring. Benavidez knows he's facing a seasoned, durable opponent, and that's exactly what motivates him. This moment captures a fighter eager to test himself, discover his rival's true grit, and deliver a statement performance.
He wants David Benavidez, and there's not a lot of fighters in the world that do.
I've not been excited for no world title fight the way I'm excited for this fight. It's combustion. Spontaneous combustion.
I'm fighting Anthony Yarde November 22nd in Riyadh. You know, he's a great fighter. I've watched him a lot. I have a lot of respect for him. He's a tough veteran. He's fought against a lot of great fighters. I feel like this is the perfect opponent for me. By looking at his resume, you know, he's solid. He's solid on paper. But we're just gonna have to go in there and see what type of fighter he is and what type of spirit he has.
Anthony Yarde's head trainer, Tunde Ajayi, speaks with confidence about the standard required to even stand across from his fighter. He emphasizes that boxing is a sport built on levels, and only those operating at the highest tier can truly test Yarde. With the fight date approaching, Ajayi makes it clear that the ring will reveal everything: who's sharper, who's stronger, and who truly belongs at the top. This clip captures a coach certain of his fighter's caliber.
If you ain't a certain level, you ain't gonna challenge Ant. Boxing is about levels. We'll see whose level is better on November the 22nd.
Showbiz the Adult gives his perspective from inside David Benavidez's camp, highlighting how far Benavidez has come and the potential he believes is about to be fully revealed. He talks about the strong foundation Benavidez has built, fight after fight, and how this moment feels like the perfect stage for him to prove what he's truly capable of. This clip captures the sense of anticipation around a fighter who's shaping his legacy and stepping into a defining opportunity.
I think he is an all-time great already in here and in here. So now he just got to show it. I think he's been building the right building blocks. I think he already has one of the better resumes in boxing. And I think this is the perfect time and perfect opportunity to show people what greatness looks like and how greatness is being manufactured and how greatness is being shaped. So this is a very unique situation. This is a great thing to see.
While speaking with Showbiz the Adult, David Benavidez opens up about the type of champion he wants to become. He talks about choosing the toughest path, seeking out the strongest opponents, and refusing to take shortcuts in his career. His passion for the sport is clear, driven by the support of his family and the people who believe in him. This moment captures Benavidez's mindset, hungry, motivated, and committed to proving himself against the very best.
Like I said, like how you said, we want a champ. You guys want a champion that actually lives up to the word. I want to be that champion. I know that's going to be the hardest route I could possibly go, and that's what I'm en route to doing. You know, I want to fight the best fighters out there. I don't want to take no breaks, or I don't want to duck no fighters, and it makes me happy. This is my passion. Like I said, my family keeps me motivated. My wife, my children, my father, my mother, my brothers, and just the people that support me.
David Benavidez opens up about the contrast between who he is outside the ring and the fighter he becomes under the lights. Calm, humble, and approachable in everyday life, he transforms the moment the bell rings, a switch he's had since childhood. He recalls how people underestimated him when he was young, only to be shocked by the fire he carried inside. This clip reflects his belief that boxing mirrors life. You commit fully, or you never reach your true potential.
The type of fighter I am, I've never been an intimidating type of guy outside the ring. Like, if you see me, I'm a nice guy, you know, probably people think I won't hurt a fly. But when I get into the ring, it's a completely different story. And it's been like that since I've been a little kid. Since I was 14 years old, people would always look at me, laughing at me. When I was in the gym, before a sparring session, I was like, we're gonna beat this little fat kid's you know what I mean? He's nothing. I'd get in the ring, a monster comes out. It's been like that since I was a little kid. I feel like boxing is like the best representation of life. You gotta fight for what you believe, and you gotta go all in or not at all. Because if you don't go all in, you're not gonna manifest your dreams.
Anthony Yarde speaks with a calm certainty about what he brings into this showdown. He knows his skill set, his power, timing, and ability to force opponents to rethink their approach gives him a real chance to change the entire story of this fight. Yarde believes that if he lands clean, everything can shift in an instant. This clip captures a fighter visualizing victory, embracing the moment, and holding on to the belief that a world title is within reach.
I feel like it's more to do with life. Yeah. The fact that I know that I've got the ability to box, I've got the ability to, you know, I've got extreme power, I've got the ability to, you know, make Benavidez think about how he's coming forward, you know, just throwing punches. And I know he knows this, so he's not going to come in all lapsy-daisy. If I land on him, clean, the fight is finished and I win, I'm victorious, I'm the new WBC light heavyweight champion of the world. You know, what a story. So I hold into things like that.
Anthony Yarde reacts to the intensity surrounding this matchup, especially after hearing his opponent openly talk about trying to overpower him. Instead of being rattled, Yarde embraces it with confidence, seeing it as the raw essence of what real fighting is about. He compares the energy to a genuine clash, two people settling something directly, except this time it's on a global stage with millions watching. This moment shows Yarde's calm readiness for a true high-stakes battle.
How much confidence do you think that you can knock out Benavidez?
100% confidence, because it's a possibility he's going to have in his mind. He's going to go out there. He said it to me in my face. I'm going to try and hurt this guy every round.
How does that feel to hear that?
Lovely. That's beef. That's boxing. That's actually like a fight. So if you see, you see, if there was a problem, this ain't the street. It's a professional boxer. But if there's a problem on the street and you have to settle a dispute, it's quite quick. You know, it's boom, bang, bish, bosh. Yeah. A few people are watching, no one really knows about it or whatever. This happens to be two professionals in front of the world.
David Benavidez shares his respect for Anthony Yarde, highlighting his skill, defensive abilities, and experience against top-level opponents. He's been following Yarde's career for years, noting the toughness and heart he brings into the ring. Acknowledging the challenges ahead, Benavidez emphasizes the intense preparation he's undertaken to meet a fighter of this caliber. This clip captures a champion aware of his opponent's strengths, motivated to rise to the occasion, and ready to showcase his own skill and determination.
I have a lot of respect for Anthony Yarde. I've been watching him for a long time, even from before he fought Sergey Kovalev. You know, I've always been a fan of boxing, so I like to watch the upcoming talent. And in that year, before he fought Kovalev, you know, he was a dangerous fighter. He has a good defense. He has good counter shots. So, like I said, I've had my eye on him for a while. He's been in there with some tough fighters, Artur Beterbiev, Sergey Kovalev. He's came up short. But nonetheless, he's a great fighter with tremendous heart. So I've trained extremely hard for this fight. You know, I have about
David Benavidez talks about the intense preparation leading up to his fight. Reflecting on months of dedicated training, he acknowledges that his opponent will come in fully prepared, knowing the stakes are high. Rather than being intimidated, Benavidez is energized by the challenge, welcoming opponents who are equally motivated and disciplined. He highlights that this combination of hard work and determination from both fighters promises an exciting, action-packed bout for fans watching around the world, making the fight truly memorable.
4 months training, so by the time the camp is done, it's going to be 4 months and a half. And you know, I know he's a great fighter. I know he's gonna, you know, I feel like he knows that he has his back against the wall, that this is the last time at a world title, so he's going to be coming in extremely ready. But you know, that is what excites me. You know, I like fighting fighters that train extremely hard, that know that this is their last chance. And like I said, this is just going to make a good fight for the fans, for the people at home, and for the people in Riyadh. So I'm excited to give the fans a great fight.
Speaking with Max Kellerman, Anthony Yarde reflects on how every challenge he faces adds to his growth as a fighter. He believes stepping in with top opponents has sharpened his skills and strengthened his mindset. Yarde expresses his determination to pull off a major victory against David Benavidez, and knows fans will get an explosive matchup because of the aggressive styles both men bring. This clip shows a confident contender eager to deliver an unforgettable performance.
My experience that I'm getting in a positive way, and I just feel like I'll fight anybody, and each time I'm fighting these people, I'm getting better. And I personally feel like I want to beat David Benavidez, It's going to be a big upset, and at the end of the day, the crowd are going to be in for a treat because the way both of us fight, you're guaranteed a good fight.
Anthony Yarde speaks honestly about the challenge ahead, acknowledging how highly he regards David Benavidez as a fighter. That respect, he explains, pushes him to train harder and sharpen every part of his game. Yarde reflects on lessons learned from past opponents and how experience has shaped him into a more complete boxer. Now, with Benavidez as the focus, he's fully committed to the moment, ready to prove how much he's evolved and eager for the opportunity that awaits.
This time you're stepping up again to that level, but it's not against the Russian. What does that mean for this fight?
I guess we have to wait and see. I've seen a lot of David Benavidez. I rate him highly. He says that he rates me highly as well. And I feel like the more I, rate somebody, the better I perform, the better I prepare. Because it's like everything's on the line. So, as you said, the Russian style, their school of boxing is very disciplined. It's very hard to get around. And in my opinion, experience was to my detriment when I fought them guys. I think if I fought any of them again, I think I'll beat them. But they're the past. Benavidez is my present fight, and I'm very, very much looking forward to it.
Boxing is absolutely exciting right now. Every sparring clip, every media interview, every little rumor is adding fuel to the fire. Even casual fans are now glued to the drama, picking sides, debating, and treating this fight like the biggest event of the year. Benavidez's camp claims no one is on his level, while Yarde's team stands firm, trusting his calm, his experience, and his sharp timing. They believe he's ready to shock the world. The tension is off the charts, and the hype is real. This fight has fans everywhere talking, buzzing with anticipation. So now it's over to you. Who are you backing? Do you see Benavidez cementing his dominance, or could Yarde pull off a career-defining upset? With momentum building like this, history could be unfolding before our eyes. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our fight breakdowns, updates, and exclusive coverage. The best is yet to come.